open concept with amazing views right here. So this is the Morgan plan built by Westin Homes. We're looking at just shy of 4,900 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage. This home is listed at just over $1.6 million. We're in Rough Hollow, located on the border of Austin and Lakeway, Texas. Now, this home is empty, but if you like amazing decor, stick around because I'll show you a few rooms transformed later on in the video. Plus, there's a bedroom upstairs with an incredible view. This main living area has 9 windows along the back wall, and it's completely open to the second story. On the right, we have the kitchen, which we'll get to in a minute. And later on in the video, I'll show you furniture and decor that you can put into this living room. The design options are endless here since you have so much natural light coming in that can play off so much great furniture and decor. The space just feels massive with all this vertical height. And when you combine that with the natural light pouring in through those 9 windows, it creates such an inviting atmosphere. The kitchen here has cabinets that wrap around the corner into a massive pantry that we'll see in a minute. What stands out as the focal point are these veins running through the kitchen countertop that really get pulled out by all the colors in the kitchen backsplash. The way they've designed this kitchen with the wraparound cabinetry gives you so much storage space, and the flow from the kitchen into that pantry area is seamless. You can already imagine how functional this space would be for entertaining. Taking a look at the stovetop now, we've got a 6-burner KitchenAid gas stovetop with a backsplash that runs along a designer vent hood all the way up to the ceiling. The kitchen backsplash is simple and complements the colors so well in this kitchen, but what I think stands out is the amount of natural light coming in from those 9 windows in the living room is incredible. Plus, these sliding glass doors in front of the kitchen island really open up this space where the patio feels like it's a part of this kitchen breakfast nook area. Over at the kitchen sink, we have a single basin sink where you look right out to the breakfast nook area, perfect for your morning cup of coffee, which a lot of people tell me they love. We do have built-in KitchenAid appliances throughout, which is really something special. But what's so unique about this space is you have a second sink around the corner with plenty of cabinetry and then room for another refrigerator. This is such a unique part of the plan where you don't see this very often. It really stands out. Having that second prep area with its own sink means multiple people can work in this kitchen without getting in each other's way. It's perfect for when you're entertaining or during the holidays when you need that extra space. Plus, having room for a second refrigerator or beverage fridge gives you so many options for storage and entertaining. It's very rare to have all that cabinetry we just saw, but then also still get a large pantry here with shelves. We also have access into the dining room, which we'll see later, and I'll also show you the dining room later stage with furniture and decor. The combination of extensive cabinetry plus this walk-in pantry means you'll never run out of storage space. Moving on, so many people tell me they spend a lot of time in their living room, kitchen, and breakfast nook area, so having natural light, a view, and that luxurious feel is really important, and that's exactly what you see here. Now let's take this luxury to the next level and see what's possible with the right design choices in a space like this. This is what our design team put together, and it starts with the gray corduroy sofa, which is a comfortable place to take in the view. Then, the wall art forces your eyes to take in the fireplace and ceiling height. If you want to see more room transformations like this, click the unlisted video at the top of the description. What I want to do is look up again because I can't tell you how much of this ceiling you see when you first walk in the front doors. Your eyes can't help but look upward, and that's why I think having a design with a fan or a fireplace design is such a great accent piece. I've also had somebody put freestanding shelves to the right of the fireplace all the way up the wall and then put decor on those. That really broke up that wall and added a fun design piece. Continuing with the tour, the breakfast nook area has sliding glass doors on the left side that can be opened up with all panels going to the right side. This is not a huge space since there is a much larger dining room that we'll see later on, but the sliding glass doors really make this feel open. Now let's head to the backyard patio. This massive backyard patio is great for a hangout area, but also for grilling and putting a secondary dining table. When people look at these beautiful green belts, they love the view, they love the greenery back here, and the privacy is amazing. But then they ask about bugs, and one thing that you could do back here is install motorized shades or nets. Those shades come down enclosing this backyard patio, and I've had clients and friends do that, and they think it's amazing because you just click a button, everything gets enclosed in, and it feels like this is now an indoor space which you can enjoy year-round. This is true in the spring and summer when you might be worried about bugs, but also in the winter because it feels a little bit warmer if you use one of those heat lamps while the patio's enclosed. Now we're sitting on just over a quarter of an acre here, which gives you plenty of room to spread out and really make this space your own. So you can enjoy the outdoors right outside your house, but you can also enjoy it inside your community with all the great amenities that Rough Hollow offers. They've got 22 miles of hike and bike trails, a yacht club and marina, fitness centers, and Highland Village, which is one of the most incredible amenity centers in the Austin area, with pools, a lazy river, tennis courts, pickleball, and so much more that the whole family will love. Let's head back inside and check out more of this home. Wait until you see the study with its open concept design. It's really something special. And then upstairs, that bedroom view I mentioned is absolutely stunning with views that go on for miles and miles. Plus, we still have that 4-car garage situation to show you, which offers so much flexibility. But first, take a look at this. Powder bathroom is right off the main living area, which is really important because guests have close access to it. But it's not right next to one of the bedrooms, which I find is a pet peeve for a lot of people looking at these houses. Now, we're checking out a 2-bay garage, but we have another separate 2-bay garage. This one is street-facing, while the other one is a side-facing garage. What a lot of people tell me is they want a lot of garage space, but having separate areas is really important to them so they can put cars in one garage and use the other garage for a workshop, a gym, storage, or something else. Let's continue through and head to the primary suite. I know you're going to love what Westin Homes did with the primary bedroom and bathroom. The views from the primary are absolutely incredible, and wait until you see how they designed the bathroom with dual vanities and that gorgeous freestanding tub. This is one of my favorite spaces in the home. The primary bedroom features a tray ceiling and an incredible view off the back windows. Some people want to back up to greenery, but would rather have the view. On the patio, you saw a lot of trees in the way blocking the view. Sometimes you can get a favor from the builder to take out some of those trees, but sometimes it's a gray area since you, in a lot of cases, need approval from the city to do that, and sometimes they want to preserve trees. Well, what's great about this primary bedroom is you don't need to do any of that. The views as well as the greenery, I think, are incredible. Just imagine waking up to this every morning when you pull the curtains to the side and see nothing but rolling hills and greenery everywhere you look. The tray ceiling adds such an elegant touch and makes the room feel even more spacious. So many people tell me this is exactly what they're looking for in a primary bedroom. The primary bathroom also has tray ceilings, which really open up the space. The freestanding tub is the focal point, and they have a great backsplash behind this freestanding tub that really complements the colors in this primary bathroom. The 3 slender windows add a lot of natural light, and then I think the vanities on either side make for a great design, but also offer a lot of functionality, where 2 spouses in this primary bathroom are not walking into each other constantly. They have their own separate areas while still making the entire bathroom feel very open concept. The combination of the tray ceiling with all this natural light creates such a spa-like atmosphere that makes this feel like a true retreat. The walk-in shower features small hexagon tile on the floor and then a tile with a lot of veins running through it going all the way up to the ceiling really forces your eyes to look up. The way the light plays off these tiles creates such a luxurious feel, and I gotta tell you, the shower is spacious enough that you never feel cramped, which is something a lot of people tell me they really appreciate. There are 2 walk-in closets in this primary bathroom. I love how they extended the tile into this walk-in closet so it all feels like one space from a design standpoint. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing, and it really creates that seamless flow that a lot of buyers are looking for these days. If you didn't like the rods and shelves in here, there are closet built outs that you could do with a third-party company, and it makes the space feel a lot more functional. There's also a good amount of storage in here, which is something you don't see in every home. In the second closet, you can see that we have access to a utility room, which is super convenient. Having two separate closets means each spouse gets their own space, which so many people tell me is important to them. What did you think of the tile continuation from the bathroom? Some people tell me they prefer not to step onto cold tile from the shower, but most people moving here forget that problem does not exist as much in Texas. Now, we'll get to this utility room later, so you can see it accessed through a different hallway, but you do have quick access from the primary bathroom and closet to the utility room, so you don't have to take your dirty laundry throughout your home. Let's head out and check out more of this first floor. The way Westin Homes designed the flow of this home is really impressive, and something a lot of people tell me they love when they walk through for the first time. Coming up, we'll see the stairwell placement, which I think you'll find interesting. Plus, there's still that second bedroom downstairs that's perfect for generational living or guests visiting from out of town. Many homes have a stairwell that faces directly into the front door, and a lot of people tell me that they feel like that makes their front entrance a little bit more congested. So a lot of people love what Westin does with some of their stairwells, where it's more connected in with the living room. The living room feels even that much more open because now the stairwell is open and the living room is open, and it's tall ceilings everywhere. Moving on, let's check out the dining room. Now, most dining rooms look out to the side of the home. They're right on the edge. And with a lot of these properties, especially in master plan communities, the homes are 10 feet apart. So a lot of times you look right at the side of somebody's house. But I like that here there's a little bit more space because you need enough room for the driveway, so you get a little bit more space and privacy in this dining room area. We'll also see this dining room transform towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. Here we have some good storage underneath the stairwell, and that same storage continues into the utility room. There's also what looks like a dedicated circuit on the wall in the utility room. Usually they do that for space, for like a fridge or a mini fridge, though I would have to double check that electrical. Either way, you have access to the utility room over here as well. Having this extra storage right by the main living areas is so convenient, especially when you're trying to keep the home organized and clutter-free. A lot of people moving here from out of state really appreciate having this kind of dedicated storage space right when you walk in the door, and I can definitely see why they love it. Now we're heading next to a must-have so many home buyers these days, and that's a second bedroom downstairs. It is perfect for generational living. Some people want their parents or grandparents staying with them on the first floor and to have their own separate part of the home where it's away from everything else, like the main living areas and the primary bedroom. It's got a nice view off the front of the home, and there is a window that looks out to the neighbor's driveway, but I think you could just put blinds over that window and leave them closed. You also get an ensuite full bathroom, which is so important for privacy and convenience. Having this bedroom on the first floor with its own bathroom really does create that separate living space that works so well for extended family or even as a guest suite when people come to visit. And what I love about this setup is that it gives everyone their own space while still being under the same roof, which is something so many families are looking for these days when they're shopping for homes. The walk-in shower here uses what looks like white and gray tiles. The lighting in here makes them appear a bit warmer, but you can see it's primarily whites and grays for the floor tile in the bathroom, and those tiles in the walk-in shower look like an extension of the floor tile for this bathroom because they use the same tile or similar tile there. It creates this cohesive look throughout the entire bathroom, which is something you don't see in every home. It really makes a difference. The larger tiles going up the walls have good movement and texture to them, which adds visual interest without being overwhelming. This bathroom really does feel like a private suite bathroom rather than just a secondary bath, and that's the kind of attention to detail that a lot of people tell me they appreciate when touring homes in this area. Let's continue exploring the first floor. We still have the front entrance area to check out, plus that study that I think you're really going to appreciate, especially if you work from home. This home has some really nice details throughout that a lot of people tell me they love. The natural light in here is incredible, and it just makes everything feel so open and inviting. We didn't show this at the beginning of the video, but the front entrance is also open to the second story, and we have 3 windows on top of the double doors that just bring in so much natural light. It really adds to that luxury feel. Now, what we talked about previously is having 2 separate garages does have advantages, but let me know what you think about this 2-car garage going right into the front entrance. Moving along, let's go check out the study, which I think is one of the best designed rooms in this home for anyone who works from home. And I gotta tell you, so many people tell me this is exactly what they're looking for when they move here from out of state. The study is open to the second story with a tray ceiling and a beautiful light fixture that really forces your eyes to look up and appreciate the height of this space. Most people tell me they spend a lot of time in their study, especially when they're working from home, and to have a study that feels very open with a lot of natural light coming in here is really important to them. What I think Westin does really well is putting in windows everywhere they can, which is what you see off the front of the study where we have a large window on top of a large window. We also have glass inserts into the double doors entering the study, so you get natural light and openness everywhere, which is something you don't see in every home. Let's head back toward the stairwell. There's a nice little detail there I want to show you, and then we'll head upstairs to see the game room, media room, and those additional bedrooms. We didn't look at this before, but right next to the stairwell is a small section for artwork or a sculpture that you could put here. I've had a lot of people put in a Christmas tree or holiday decoration here. Perfect place for it. All right, let's head upstairs now. The second floor has so much to offer, including that view I've been teasing throughout the video. It's really something special that a lot of people tell me they love. At the top of this stairwell landing, this has to be one of my favorite spots in the house because you really start to see why open concept homes feel so luxurious and how a view lot captures the beauty here in Rough Hollow. You can see the 9 windows off into the living room. The natural light just pours in, which is something a lot of people tell me they love. You see right out into that living room, and then we still have a lot of great square footage on the second floor. Moving on, the game room features a tray ceiling with lots of great lighting in here. You've got windows off the side of the house, but you still get privacy, which a lot of people tell me they love. This is a perfect space for kids to hang out or for adults to have their own entertainment area separate from the main living spaces downstairs. I gotta tell you, rooms like this are really something special. Now, when I said we have a lot of square footage up here, check out this media room, which has dark walls, which provide a calming effect when you're in here. So if you are watching movies or watching a ball game at the end of the day, having the dark walls have that calming effect, allowing you to decompress from work is great. A lot of people tell me this is one of their favorite rooms in the whole house. There's already pre-wiring in this media room, which is what you see with the caps on the walls. You can make this into a full-on theater experience with surround sound and everything you need. Now we're going through 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms upstairs, but before we get into all of that, at the end of the video, you'll see a bedroom that has an unbelievable view, which you don't see in too many homes, and we'll also see the dining room downstairs transformed, so stick around for that. While we walk through these spaces, let me tell you about Lakeway. The pros of Lakeway really start with the scenic topography, which is something that draws people from all over the country. You've got rolling hills throughout the area, Lake Travis with its lake views, and lush greenery everywhere you look. It's what makes people fall in love with Lakeway, this dramatic landscape combined with nature and beauty that you really can't find anywhere else in Central Texas. There's an active outdoor lifestyle here with parks, extensive trail systems, multiple golf courses, and of course lake access to Lake Travis, where people are always out kayaking, paddleboarding, jet skiing, and boating throughout the warmer months. It's a great way to beat the summer heat and enjoy everything this area has to offer. Now the cons, yes, we do have long stretches of very hot weather in the summer, though that's pretty much everywhere in Central Texas, so you're not escaping that no matter where you go. The nightlife is quieter with fewer trendy bars compared to urban areas, so for late night entertainment, you drive to downtown Austin, which is about 30 minutes away depending on traffic. Traffic can be be challenging, especially during rush hour, because we don't build tunnels through hills and there aren't many bridges over waterways in this part of the region. The geographic beauty comes with access trade-offs, and that's something to keep in mind. And properties here do command a premium, especially lakefront properties and homes with views which are highly sought after. Now, when people compare Lakeway to Wimberley, Canyon Lake, or New Braunfels, those areas are all much more peaceful and quiet, with that getaway from everybody atmosphere that some people are really looking for. They're significantly further from Austin. New Braunfels is actually closer to San Antonio, which changes the dynamic entirely. They rely heavily on I-35, which is notorious for traffic and can really test your patience. But what sets Lakeway apart is the dramatic topography that you experience every single day. Lake Travis and the waterway running through Lakeway create incredible views from different areas throughout the community that never get old. Even though those other areas have some topography, it's just not as dramatic or as impressive when you see it in person. People move to Lakeway and love it specifically for that dramatic topography, combined with being much more developed and closer to Austin for work and amenities. When comparing Lakeway to Dripping Springs is located south of Lakeway, slightly further out from Austin with a different feel altogether. It has many new build options and less developed areas where people feel more in a bubble away from everything. It's generally less expensive due to more supply of new construction, which appeals to many buyers. But Dripping Springs doesn't have a waterway like Lakeway, no river access, no Lake Travis access, which is a significant difference for people who want that water lifestyle. Lakeway's advantages are being more developed with amenities nearby, and you get much more dramatic topography and views, plus Lake Travis access for all your water activities. Now, comparing this Morgan plan to some of the larger plans offered by Westin, there are two other plans built right down the street from this home that are over 5,000 square feet, and they're really impressive homes. The big difference is that on this plan, we do have tall ceilings throughout which feel absolutely incredible, but we're missing that game room downstairs, which those other plans offer for additional entertainment space. But those homes are also $1 million higher, which is a significant jump in price point. So paying more gets you more square footage, but this Morgan plan at 4,900 square feet still gives you incredible space with 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and that 4-car garage, all while being $1 million less, which is substantial savings. For many buyers, that's the sweet spot of getting plenty of space without going over $2.5 million and still having money left over for upgrades and furnishings. Now, what did you think of these secondary bedrooms and the one that has an amazing view? I think they all had good size with walk-in closets that provide plenty of storage, and the Jack and Jill bathroom between two of them works really well for functionality when you have multiple kids or guests staying over. While we are here on the second floor, I wanted to mention something else I see a lot: people moving to Lakeway from California, Seattle, and other high-cost areas across the country. They're leaving because of high taxes and extremely high cost of living, but they don't want to give up beauty. They love the scenery in California or Seattle, but hate the cost. When they see the rolling hills in Lakeway, they're so surprised. They say, "I didn't know Texas had this." Now, these aren't the mountains of California or Colorado, but for the lifestyle you get, the cost comparison is dramatic. Even with Austin's growth over the last 10 years, it's still very affordable compared to where they're coming from. But here's the deeper reason. When people look out at these amazing views of Lake Travis, they take a deep breath. You can see it in their face. That view gives them peace, and you don't always have to pay multi-millions for it here in Lakeway. Now, I told you that we were going to transform this dining room, and here's what we came up with. Look at how the furniture and decor completely changed the feel of this space. Now, the light and dark contrast here is striking with the dining table. This table has more browns than what this video is showing, but you can see the full detail clicking the product link in the description of the video. We also have the wall art, chairs, rug, and credenza shown in full detail in our unlisted design video at the top of the description of this video. So what did you think of the Morgan plan built by Westin Homes? If you want to see the complete transformation of this home with furniture and decor, check out the unlisted video at the top of the description, or you can check out my profile for a newsletter where we send out trendy furniture and decor items on a weekly basis that you might be interested in. for your home, or maybe for this home that you see here, if you want a great realtor to help you with this area, I'm not the best realtor for you for this area, but reach out to my realtor partner. Their information is at the bottom of the description of this video, and they will either work with you, or if your criteria is a better fit for another realtor, then they will connect you with that realtor. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.